So how do you like my new toy? Well, it's an old toy that was donated to me, so I decided to give it a lick of paint. Didn't like the original color, so it ended up with this multi-color funky fusion thing going on here. Goeiemorgen mense. Alright, as you can tell, today's video is me rolling my lawn, and just now we're going to stick some fertilizer down in it. And this is what I'm calling my Berea, Durban Grass, sweet smother grass, whatever you want to call it, spring renovation. Okay, so this now ties in with, I think, my second to last video, at least the last video in the LM section, about 9 days ago, 8 or 9 days ago. I gave it a short mow, opened up that canopy, got rid of some of the density in it. I then started with watering, trying to get the grass back up in action again, get it out of that winter state, which it definitely has done. It's greened up a heck of a lot since then. I then started with Camisol Aqua. I applied just once, and then I've been keeping up with regular watering about every third day since then. So I've done about 3 sessions, including last night, although last night's section was to make sure that the roller could actually get into the ground. So you don't want the ground wet when you roll, because then you're going to make that muddy effect on the surface. You want to wet it like the night before or something like that, let it dry out quite a bit, so the moisture is not really sitting on the surface anymore, it's a little bit in there. Then you're going to go over to the roller. Now I must say, you don't need to use a roller. I got given this roller, I decided to give it this little bit of a revamp and then use it. But on a small section like this, I think a garden fork is more than good enough, and I think it's actually an easier task than rolling that guy. I don't want to do that on my back lawn. And so just having a look from this side, you can clearly tell that things have greened up a lot since I gave it that short mow, started the Camisol Aqua, and now the spark rolling is going to help again a lot. Aeration, whether it's spark or core aeration, helps you significantly. Now that being said, I've never aerated my whole lawn, and I think it looks just fine. So I suppose it's each to their own in that scenario. Any of these cultivation practices like spark or core aeration, or solid tine if you want to get technical, or core aeration, verticutting, grooming, scarifying, all those cultivation practices are sort of just the cherry on top. The most important thing for you in lawn care is to learn how to mow, water, and fertilize correctly. Those are the 3 most important things. When you get them right, the grass will grow. When the grass grows, then you can start fine-tuning it with these kinds of practices. And as you can tell, even from our videos, I've stuck to the basics. I've tried to perfect the basics, and then as I progress, I might get into those more complicated scenarios. But for the most part, I've achieved what I think is a pretty good result from doing as little as possible. Now again, don't get me wrong, I've worked on bowling greens and sports fields, and I know exactly how beneficial these various turf grass cultivation practices are. Proper maintenance is key to the success of those different environments, but this is residential turf. So you can take some of the information that you learn from various sports facilities and that kind of thing, but you only need the tippy top to the information. Their inputs have to be higher and much more regular than yours, because the amount of traffic that they see and the type of traffic that they see, it is worse than your garden. Even if you thought your dogs were putting pressure on your yards, trust me, a golf course sees way more foot traffic than you'll ever see in your garden. So because of that, you can take it easy. Stick to the basics, mow, water, and fert, and you'll get pretty good results. As you see that you want to hit those next levels, then you can start introducing those extra turf grass cultivation practices just to fine-tune everything. Right, as you can see, it's a little bit later in the morning now. I got intercepted by a few clients. Next job is to get down some fert, and I'm going to be following my lawn care plan that I have on my website to the T. So what you see on the website is what I'm going to be doing in my yard moving forward. This is the start of that process. Whether it's the synthetic or the organic or the mixed route that you decide to take is completely up to you, but just know that I'm doing what you can do just by following what's on that plan. So if you ever have any questions, I'll know kind of exactly where you are in that schedule, and the only thing that you need to keep in mind is your specific shade and climate. That will determine different rates of growth and when you should be doing things. But all in all, we'll all be on the same page, and we can walk this lawn care journey together. Anyway, let's get this stuff out. Alright, so there's the fur down, exactly as per my lawn care plan. In fact, it was a little bit less than what's recommended on the plan because that's just what I had left in the bag. And you know what? Sometimes that's fine. Let me show you what I use quick though. Alright, so you've seen this before. It's Compo Experts Terra Plus Natura N, and it is an 822 organic fertilizer. Now, even though I can go organic or inorganic, or I could do soluble fertilizers or granular like what I've done now, I chose to go in this specific direction because it's the least amount of effort from my side. This one product has got everything that the grass needs, in fact most of the plants in this yard, and at the supplied amount it'll keep me going through the majority or this beginning portion of spring quite comfortably, and I'll just change the rate as I move through the rest of the year. I might not even need to do potassium touch-ups in it later on because this is going to help release other nutrients that might be tied up in the soil over time anyway. So this is the simplest product for me to apply, but there are many ways that you can skin this cat. So that's it. It really is that easy to look after your lawn. I'm going to give it a nice watering in now because there's no point in having a product sitting on the lawn. It's got to get into the soil. So give it some water, and then in a couple of days I'll come back and give it a mow. Just let everything settle after this aggressive spark rolling session that I've just done in it. But once again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this with your buddies. If you've got any questions and queries, jump onto backyardbushveld.co.za, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.